Hey, hello, good afternoon. Today it's the 31st of August 2022. So here it goes, vlog number 23. I've decided to put a new promotion online for some of my ebooks. As you probably know, I have 5 promotional days every season. This time I will put 4 of them online for free, starting on Thursday, the 1st of September, that is tomorrow, until Saturday, the 3rd September of 2022. So check them out if interested. I'm reading them every now and then, and I do like them. An insight in my life, so to speak, about psychosis, but also about the afterlife and reincarnation, with my diary as well. See the link below. If you have read them, I would love to ask you if you can give me a star and or a comment on the Amazon site. In that way, more people might want to read them as well. I had an easy week, some grocery shopping in between. Still taking my time to get back on track after the fallback from a week ago. So let's start with the vlog of this week. I started to read again. First, I read the introduction of Ibn Khaldun and his world and read it out loud. In that way, I can remember better what I'm reading. I have a nice pile next to my bed, which covers different subjects. It's time for new insight and knowledge. I want to finish the last books from Joseph Roelof as well. Maybe I will start all over again. Some of his books I've read 2 or 3 times. Really, really interesting. For me, Roelof's work is the best I've ever read, and that will stay the same. Maybe reading Rudolf Steiner as well. The books I have at the moment are one from Michael Pollan called How to Change Your Mind, Ibn Khaldun Makadima, and Rich Dad Poor Dad, and even some other books in my closet, like Mantak Chia, for instance. Maybe reading some fiction again. Last time I read has been many years ago. Back then, I did some research on novels that won a prize, like White Teeth, Moon Palace, and Cloud Atlas. Also, older books like Tempest, Dorian Gray, and the History of the Kings of Britain. I was trying to get my A levels degree in English, and I did succeed in that. In years past, I couldn't focus well to read. I still can't do that well, but I have to start somewhere. In between, I cleaned my room big time. I threw away many empty bottles of paint. I cleaned my desk and table, put new sheets on the bed, vacuum cleaning the place and getting rid of weed on the balcony. Also, put an old cupboard in my room again. I cleaned it first and found many things from a couple of years ago. Also, a written piece of paper from when I went to see a good medium. Funny to see. I want to visit her again in the upcoming month and otherwise in October. It was about my aura, but also about 3 past lives of mine. I talked about that before and even wrote it in one of my books. One life was inside a dungeon in England in which I was tortured big time, many, many centuries ago. False accusations, trickery and deceit. There was a lot of blood and I died there after 8 days. I think it was in London, but I am not sure. In another life, I was a monk around 1600 AD in the area of Tibet. And in the last life she talked about, I was a soldier in the First World War, moving through the trenches for months. There was no ending, getting lost in labyrinths everywhere. Other things I wrote down were that there is a philosopher with me and a nurse whom were helping me out. Some passed over people I know as well. I remember when talking to the medium that we were on the same frequency with many things. I didn't have to tell a thing. Everything I was thinking about life, the afterlife and reincarnation passed by. We talked about it with the 2 of us. She recommended me to write about my stories, which I'm doing for a while already. I had an easy couple of days. Yesterday I started with the new series Atlanta with Donald Glover. He was in the cast of Community, a series I liked from a couple of years ago. Also watched many YouTube a good friend of mine sent me about different subjects. One was about witchcraft in England under the rule of James I. Pretty intense. Many people were burned alive on the stakes, hundreds, maybe even more than that. Other movies were about food, like curries in India, but also about Joe Rogan on DMT. Another movie about mushrooms, about transgenders having a baby, crystal meth, and about a guy in a Mexican prison. I'm up to date again, so that is going into the right direction. I'm feeling a bit better than a week ago. I'm taking my medicines twice a day on the same time. I have an app for that now. Also getting up earlier again. Early for me is before 9 a.m. I let the dog out a couple of times in the morning. Also picked up my last medicines at the pharmacy. I stayed home in the last week. I'm really tired, must say that. I want to thank you all for the nice replies I got. This weekend the annual fun fair will start in my hometown of Volendam, or at least the first time since Corona. I probably won't go there. There might be a party at a friend's place, but that isn't certain yet. If I will have a go, I will go there, just to say hi and having a cup of coffee. I probably won't go out to the harbor with all of its cafes. I have decided I want to read 2 times an hour a day with 2 books as a start, to get in the flow again. I want to do that in the afternoon. When having some time left in the day, I want to read more That is possible, of course. I want to start with the 4 books I have next to my bed. One day I want to read Ibn Khaldun and Michael Pollan. And another day I want to read Joseph Roelof and Rich Dad Poor Dad. Let's say 3 days a week for each combo. Then I can read at least 6 days a week. 2 times 3. In that way, it isn't too much, and even can have some thoughts about what I have read. At the moment, I want to read them all out loud, because I'm losing track too easily. When it will go well in the future, I can read them normally. It is a start, so hopefully more books will follow. Some thoughts about the mind. And again, I hope it makes sense. I'm thinking within myself, the gradations of insanity were really tough to endure. Every day I lost within the psychosis of my mind. You're stuck inside of that, like having a map to see where you are, only in dark emotional feelings and thoughts. Psychosis, feelings from past lives as well. You can't put your finger on it, slipping inside turmoil. Only one moment, one thought, broken. Your inner you is lost, projecting that as a reality. Gradations again, vacuum inside a thought, projecting on a feeling. I've come a long way. I got stuck inside mazes of madness, lost in time, lost in the seasons, and lost in society and reality. Who and what are you? Crippled inside, as John Lennon sings in one of his songs. Different boundaries. The entire bubble is fake. Then again, it's sometimes true. An eternity. Who are you from the inside, in life? Can you let your inner feelings go into the open? Also, your normal emotions and feelings, between yourself, but between other people, on your own as well. After many years of madness, I'm coming back on earth again. The inner feeling can be resonated on the afterlife. There is never an ending. The truth that God is real is something life-changing. It is the final outcome. You need to learn your inside all over again. Different inner cores that all have a place to stay. Not the never-ending thought inside a maze. Letting go is the first step. Making a new reality something special. All of the steps inside were delusional frames. Getting in rest again. To learn about the madness of the mind is really necessary. Because of that, you can let go in the highest degree of life. Learning about life is really special, not as scary as you think. The fake designs are projecting all of the different degrees into yourself. The depths are still deep, but this time in tranquility and not inside a labyrinth of fear. Events in life can give you this. Also, learning about the afterlife in its entire beauty. All of the endings you encounter are necessary to learn about life. It is only temporarily, even though it is projected as a truth. Letting multiple lives inside yourself gives a better view. Every ending brings new starts with itself. Gradations again. Stuck inside psychosis is like another world and very real. Losing the game. Only one step possible. In a fantasy world. Losing the center of it all. Losing intuition for many years. Not having the afterlife as a center of yourself inside. The psychosis turned into the center of it all. In all perceptions of yourself, a psychosis is inside a psychosis, very low on energy, blurry frames, tired of the mind. What is reality when hallucinating all the time? Inside mazes of the lowest gear possible, hearing voices, projecting that as reality. Then to learn about people in the afterlife, that the voices are sometimes real. Talking with feelings mostly. Because of that, I could let go of the self-created voices I heard, letting the psychosis go. That took me many years, inside and inside and inside, turning it upside down. What is reality? Learning about the afterlife gives a lot of confidence, a new ending, a new beginning, letting rest inside of the system. Wow. This is a piece I wrote the other day. I was within myself and I could follow my own tracks quite easily, actually, and that did me really well. But like I said, it is every time a bit different. Also, because I'm reading my own material time after time again, I'm learning about myself. Like I said, what is a psychosis? I had to start somewhere, to learn about myself and my inner degrees and about life and God and all these things. I mean, when being in a psychosis, there's no reality sense. You're really lost. And then to learn about God, that it's really true and really there. And for me, reincarnation, that really helped me out big time to learn that there is more in life. And I'm very grateful for that. I really am. So, alrighty, I would say have a really great week, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.